Hi, Randy here, and welcome to the inside. What I would like to do is take a moment and talk to you about clown makeup, facial design stuff. Many years ago, I wrote this little booklet called Clown Tradition, Where to Begin. And it's basically because people ask me, what do I do? And I say, well, I use like traditional clowning to minister to people. That's in the church setting, of course. And people would say, well, what does that mean, right? Traditional clowning. So I thought, well, I'm just going to put a little booklet together, and I talk about it some, but I also included in here how I approach doing makeup and why I do what I do. And here's just a couple thoughts that I think might be helpful. First of all, clown makeup is not put on in order to hide who you are. It's not to hide your features. It's actually to help you show expression. So clown makeup is to help your audience connect with you, like emotionally, because they see the facial movement. When people just slap on makeup, some think of it like face paint. And so they're going to put a butterfly over here, and then they're going to put a ladybug over here, and then they put a big watermelon smile, but the problem is that actually hides your facial features. So this is not like doing face painting. I say this, if you normally don't have the Big Dipper on your face, don't put stars like all over your face. Don't do that. If you want stars, fine. Put them on your lapel, right? Put them on your tie. Put them on your cuffs. Put them on your hat. But let the face be a face. The face helps you connect with your audience emotionally. And so there's just simple things about that. Like, well, first of all, you go ahead and you look and say, how does your face move? So here, like my eyebrows, move up and down. Now, the older I get, the more lines I have here. Do they move? Yes. Okay, so maybe my eyebrow could sit here on my eyebrow, or it could go up, here, because then when it moves, it goes up and down, up and down. And that's where I want to have my eyebrow then, because then it helps show the expression to my audience. Okay? Make sense? Same thing with a smile. I don't do a big watermelon smile. No, because nothing moves out here. Generally, you want to keep all your expressions within the outside corners of your eyes. And so eyebrows will come down here. A smile will come here. All right? Here. Not here. Nothing moves out here. And so I want it in a place that moves. These are what we call pips. Right? And that's the corner of the mouth. And it moves. And so if I do something that highlights those corners right there, it will move. Now, if you take your finger and you put it on your upper lip and you say, hello there, how are you? You'll notice the upper lip doesn't move at all. It's static. The jaw moves down. So I'm going to have like flesh tone on my upper lip, or I'm going to have white here, and I'm going to have the red or the black here, because then when it moves, big expression explodes out to my audience. Okay, my nose. The nose does not move. Eyes move. Cheeks can move. Mouth moves. This doesn't move. So this becomes the center point. Everything else is built around the nose. This is, I love it. I think it was Avner that said to me, it's the world's smallest stage. It's like a puppet stage, and you look over the top of it at your audience. So this is just a cheap little foam nose. People start somewhere. But the idea is the nose actually might be too big. Maybe it dominates too much, right? People will put on a nose like this. It's very big. What do I want to do? Maybe, see, that's a large round nose. Maybe I want to go with something more like this. This would be a medium round. And I just have it actually connected with like a fish line. See that? and with a little elastic in the back. Actually, for me, that's it's part of a animal balloon. Okay, so it sits like this. Right? So it becomes the center point. Everything else emotes around the nose. The round nose, pretty standard, pretty comical. I wear this often. It's not as big as the other one. But I went ahead and I got this nose a number of years ago. You see, it's even smaller. It's cut a little different. It's a character nose. Got this from Leanne McBride, Pro Nose. And he saw me try it on. He said, "Oh, I like that." It's even a little smaller, but it sticks out a little bit more. And for the clown character, oftentimes you'll use a little bit of white around your eyes. Some use a lot of white around their eyes. Usually there's a little white around the eyes. Usually a little eyeliner underneath, so it helps things spark, right? And so I like the character nose. Now I can go with all red character nose. Sometimes I go with a little different look. It's a flesh tone. Same thing, character nose, but it looks like this. Different, huh? Looks a little more realistic. I mean, it's still comic, but a little more realistic. Sometimes when I do my old man character, Oxford Peanuts, I have a larger one. Looks like this. Maybe I can get it to stay on right now. All right. So, my nose was running. Okay. This kind of thing, you saw I didn't have the string. I'll use either some sticky tape or some glue or some putty. There's all different kinds of stuff you can use to make a nose stick on like that. So that's good. Once again, more of a character nose, but once again, wow, what a different look, huh? To do that. Come on. Like that? All right. All right. So the nose is the center point. Everything else builds around it. And then everything else provides movement. So for facial expression. And so this is part of my thought process on that. Here's a couple other quick little things here. I mentioned about, put your mouth on your natural expression lines. Then when you smile, the makeup actually highlights and expands your expressions. And so those are just some of my thoughts on the makeup stuff. You have the nose, like the world's smallest stage, and you get to look over at it and connect with your audience. Use the makeup to help express who you are, not hide who you are. Express who you are.